On Saturday, President Trump made a speech and he was addressing this shutdown, and he updated his offer to the Democratic Party. And we have some video about what that updated offer now looks like.
I want this to end. It's got to end now. These are not talking points. These are the heartbreaking realities that are hurting innocent, precious human beings every single day on both sides of the border. This is a common sense compromise both parties should embrace. The radical left can never control our borders. I will never let it happen. Walls are not immoral. In fact, they are the opposite of immoral because they will save many lives and stop drugs from pouring into our country. Number one is 3 years of legislative relief for 700,000 DACA recipients brought here unlawfully by their parents at a young age many years ago. This extension will give them access to work permits, Social Security numbers, and protection from deportation, most importantly. Secondly, our proposal provides a 3-year extension of temporary protected status, or TPS. This means that 300,000 immigrants whose protected status is facing expiration will now have 3 more years of certainty so that Congress can work on a larger immigration deal, which everybody wants.
If you're just thinking about it comparatively, a 30-foot, 2,000-mile long wall that is essentially going to last forever on one side.
Right.
And on the other side, you have 3 years of protection. 3 years of protection.
That's correct. So yeah, the 3 years of protection is, I guess it's twofold. The 3 years of protection, it would go to DACA recipients, and it would go to about 700,000 of them that are current DACA recipients, and it would also go to people in temporary protected status. So that's about 300 people that are facing expiration dates of being in the country. Those that are coming from, it's a list of countries where people come here because of, it could be violence in their country, it could be environmental disaster, just different reasons. But so yeah, that's he's also adding $12.7 billion in supplemental funding for regions hit by hurricanes, wildfires, and other natural disasters as a way to, I guess, invite more support. Hey, that's something that we can all get behind.
First of all, that's not like something you throw in there as a some sort of deal like maker.
No,
because that's normal stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Like hurricane and fire relief. That's
nobody's against that.
Nobody's against that. That's not like some sort of deal maker, because actually that's stuff that he should always be for, regardless of what kind of situation we're in,
right,
regardless of whether it's like a shutdown or a general funding situation. That's not something special.
So this offer is much different than the offer that Trump made at the beginning of 2018, in which he was going to protect 1.8 million undocumented immigrants and provide them a pathway to citizenship in exchange for, I believe it was about $25 billion in border security, in which those funds could be used to construct a border wall as well. So this is much, much different, much, much less. I view it as nothing because, like you said, a 3 years of protection for a border wall that likely will always be there is not equal.
I view it as, because like you mentioned, this current deal, or this current push for a deal by Trump, actually comes with like lesser concessions.
That's right.
Okay, so to me, there's somebody behind the scenes. There's somebody behind the scenes. This sounds like some Stephen Miller bullshit right here.
Yeah, it could be. That could be. So the Democratic Party, and I believe it wasn't, I think Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi made a statement on this before Trump's speech even ended. So this is her statement, or a part of it at least. She said, "It is unlikely that any one of these provisions alone would pass the House, and taken together, they are a non-starter. For one thing, this proposal does not include the permanent solution for the Dreamers and TPS recipients that our country needs and supports. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer added, "It was the president who single-handedly took away DACA and TPS protections in the first place. Offering some protections back in exchange for the wall is not a compromise, but more hostage taking."
Yeah, basically, if he was really interested in making the deal, he would kind of go back to the initial parameters
That the Democrats actually
approved of. You see what I'm saying? Like
Right.
he pretty much rejected that deal.
Right. So it doesn't seem as though the Democratic Party is open to this substantial offer by President Trump.
Substantial, of course.
But Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, he pledged that he is going to put up the bill for a vote this week. And he said, "Everyone has made their point. Now it's time to make a law. I intend to move this legislation this week. With bipartisan cooperation, the Senate can send a bill to the House quickly so that they can take action as well. The situation for furloughed employees isn't getting any brighter, and the crisis at the border isn't improved by show votes. But the president's plan is a path towards addressing both issues quickly." So they are going to be taking that. So actually, there's going to be there's two bills that are going to be voted on in the Senate on Thursday. One is this plan from Donald Trump, and then the other one is a move just to fund the government through February 8th that doesn't have any money going towards this border wall.
Oh, so it's like he's trying to like set up this little like cage match.
Yeah.
Between the two. That's what I'm saying. It's a little cage match between
That's what it seems
these two
like.
bills.
Yeah, that's what it seems
So
like.
they're going to be fighting in the octagon
On the floor of the
on
Senate.
the floor of the
right?
Senate, these two bills.